Hello everyone, Chris Sawyer here. Welcome back to the Varietal Show. This is going to be a fun day. We're going to talk to my good friend Peter, who makes the Kukeri Wines. We're going to talk a little bit about Cabernet from Napa Valley and mountain fruit. We're going to start off with a little something before that, and I'm just glad you're here. Right now we're at Gravenstein Grill in Sebastopol. I'm happy to say we are getting ready to do some type of opening pretty soon here. We do have a lot of space at this restaurant, so we will be opening to the public very soon. So I'm very excited about that. I hope to see you guys here as well. But before that, let's talk about wine. Peter, welcome.
Hey Chris,
Nice to see you. I'm doing great.
You as well?
You know, I love the fact that this is Kukeri. Tell everyone a little bit about the name brand and where you're from and your background.
So I'm from Bulgaria. Originally came here in 2005 and started making wine since then. My brand I started in 2013, focusing mainly on Napa Cabs, and after that produced a little bit of Pinot in shards. My first vintage have been the 2010 Mount Veeder Cab, started with 50 cases and have been growing since then. Right now we're approximately 2,000 cases, and as I say, main focus is Cabernet.
Cabernet. You know, the great thing is I met Peter through reviewing his wines over the years. I mean, I really have enjoyed them, and I just think they're super high quality. I don't even think I'm giving you anything but a 90 or above because they're just so high quality. Once again, boutique winery. I just think it's a great thing to talk a little bit about Napa Valley, because I love Napa Valley. Even though we're here in Sebastopol, we can talk all we want about Pinot Noir and Zinfandel and things like that. But, you know, Cabernet's a big deal. And you like dealing with mountain fruit. You do.
Yeah, that's my. I'm a big fan of Cab, and I'm a Cab drinker. And the whole thing started actually with that Mount Veeder fruit, where my first wine came, and I have been really impressed by the quality of the intensity of that fruit.
Yeah.
It's like small berry, really rich flavors,
Yeah.
and sooner you crush the grapes, you can see all the impressiveness of that variety.
Love it, love it. Well, to get our palates ready for tasting these three cabs, I thought it would be fun for him to bring the Pinot that he makes. And this is from the Petaluma Gap. This is from down in Petaluma off the Lakeville Vineyard, which is a classic down there. But let me say one thing, and one of the reasons I'm super excited he has it here. This was a gold medal winner at the Taste of, or the Toast of the Coast, which is a great competition that I judged down in Del Mar. And we finished it on, I think it was March 1st that I got back from that, not knowing what we were judging, and especially me, because I was actually judging spirits at this year's competition. But you did great with this one.
Yeah,
Thank you.
definitely turned out nice, and is showing its beauty right now. I think it's a perfect example of the variety of the Pinot, the Martini clone specifically.
Martini clone, okay, good.
And this will be wine you can enjoy now or age for a while and drink in the next few years. So
It's fantastic. A
definitely-
lot of mouthfeel to it. It's very kind of sexy. It has body. It's voluptuous, and it just really coats the whole entire palate. It's a lot of red fruit, but you know it's also got the kind of almost like sage-like character to it too, that makes you think about all the different types of food that you can have with this. This is a great wine.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been aged in 100% French oak with 30% new, so you can see the toastiness of the oak, and with combined with the nice fruit as you described, and some dark cherries as well.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
definitely a nice wine you can enjoy for dinner.
Yes. So as we pour this next wine, this is the Mount Veeder Napa Valley Cab. This is 2016. So we're going to try the 16 and the 17. Tell everyone about your cultural background.
So yeah, I'm originally from Bulgaria.
Bulgaria.
And the brand Kukeri is actually associated with the festival that happened right after New Year. People dress with animal mask and dance around the towns for good harvest and good health, and to celebrate the new beginning. So I have chose that name. When you drink that wine, actually you can celebrate that new beginning, and we
Fantastic.
can all come out better in life.
I think this is great. You know, once again, you guys, so Napa Valley is Napa Valley. There's a big valley there, and it goes from, you know, Napa or Carneros all the way to Calistoga. But that is not all that Napa Valley is about. To be a valley, you have to have mountains around you, and this is Mount Veeder. So this is the part that really starts if we're on the Mayacamas Mountains and we're just a little bit west of downtown Napa. It's just those mountains there. But it goes all the way almost to the Oakville Grocery. If you look into the mountains there, that's about the line. So that whole hillside there that's behind Yountville and up there, and it's really woodsy up there. There's not many roads. And it's crazy, but you find these amazing vineyards that have true character. What got you so into Mount Veeder?
As I say, the intensity of the fruit is the first what actually captured my attention of that specific site and that vineyard. And since I started my first brand, this has always have been my brand wine, showcase wine. It's really intense, and as I say, you can enjoy the nice cassis notes and intensity of the tannins and good structure that Cabernet is supposed to have.
Yeah, I mean, you use good barrels, but you don't overdo it. I mean, this is not a big oaky, you know, Napa Valley Cab at all. You really have to express what that mountain is about.
Yeah, that's what I want to show. It's not so much you can have the nice oak profile, but here it's more let the fruit speak itself and see what actually Cabernet from Napa mountain region of Napa is supposed to be.
I really love this Mount Veeder stuff. I mean, this is a really great example of that. What is the? Let's go back to the Pinot. What's that retail for?
$48.
$48. Okay, average price for. I mean, this is over delivering for $48. What's this one?
At 95.
95. So under $100, but worth the price for sure for this 2016. I remember I reviewed this. I think I gave it a 94 or something last time I reviewed it. Fantastic wine. So let's taste this 17 because I think it'll be a good example of kind of moving on. Yeah, you can pour it in there however you want to do it. I just think this was 17 was an interesting vintage. You know, if you were in the mountains, it was a little bit easier sometimes to just get it if you weren't affected by the fire. And this was definitely not. You guys got this out.
We picked up right before the fire. So the good thing with that vineyard, it's matured the grapes a little bit earlier than the average regions from that area, and it's almost every time at the end of September. So we picked up right before the fire happened, and I think it's a good savor.
Yeah, I remember I just was tasting this. You just sent me some to taste, and I just love the quality and the character of the mountain here. I mean, I just feel like we're in the forest, but we're smelling like black truffles that we just found, and there's some wild berries over there, and everything is happening here inside this glass.
Yeah, absolutely. You can smell all that darkness of the forest, and some tobacco notes as well is there, and a little bit of oak that can complement this nice aromas. And I think it's still really young and will benefit probably in the next 5 to 10 years.
I agree. I think it's fantastic.
It's time for me to release it because we're running low on my 16. So
gotta do it.
Yeah, we gotta do it. As I say, for small wineries, we gotta.
That's fantastic. Well, it's a youngster. I mean, I would totally age this for 10 years and it'll be great. But I think it's drinking really well now too. So, I mean, don't be afraid of getting something that's young like this because it will really open up in the glass and give you a great experience. So, kind of tell everyone the difference between Mount Veeder and Atlas Peak. I mean, we're talking about two different sides of the valley. So now from Mount Veeder, which is on the west side on Mayacamas, now we go down to the other one, which is the Vaca Mountains. And it's way up there, and I mean, it's really, 1,000, 1,600 feet.
Yeah, it's over 1,000.
It's crazy up there.
So it's again a different side of the Napa, again an intense fruit, and it's the first time it's a small vineyard, family vineyard next to Stagecoach Vineyard.
Yep.
And it's again intense quality. It's, in this case, we blend a little bit different varieties. It's not 100% like the other two wines, so we have a little bit Petit Verdot, Petit Syrah just to make it a little bit more interesting. And I think turned out very nice as well. It's totally different from the Mount Veeder fruit, and you can see what is this sub-appellation mountain regions Napa producing.
I love it. Yeah, I mean, this has just got a little bit more of dark fruit, but also, you know, there's some blue fruit characteristics in here too, which I'm really liking. You know, there's the cassis in the last one, whereas this one really has a little bit more of this kind of charm of blueberry and some really kind of concentrated, almost like huckleberry kind of flavor to it. You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, I just tasted one from Acumen that is from up there, is 100 points. I mean, this is right up there with it. I mean, I think this one's a little bit more gentle on the tannins. I think you did a really good job here by not going too big on the oak and just really softening those tannins.
Yeah, I think the case here it's more enjoyable than the other two Mount Leader caps, and this is the one that you can enjoy really now, and
Yeah.
probably it's a good compliment for ribeye steak or whatever.
Ribeye steak, did you hear that, you guys?
So whatever you guys like, but yeah, it's impressive wine, and I'm happy with the turnout. It's a small production, 160 cases, so
Yeah.
that's the range of my wine, between 100 and 160 cases or whatever. So I'm trying my best, and
Well, these are intensive wines, you guys, but this is Napa Valley, and this is mountain fruit, and this is really great. So these three right here, once again, this is the Kukeri, this is the